In this video, I'd like to discuss the 4 V's of big data. With the incredible amount of data out there today, we as analysts need to be very careful to respect the different nuances that involves the data that we collect and clean and use. The 4 V's are volume, velocity, variety, and veracity. Volume speaks to the amount of data that we have already collected, or the amount of data that we can use today. That's another way to say data at rest. So the data has already been created. It's not working, it's not being built, it's not being collected. It exists. The next one is that velocity is streaming data. Data that is continuing to move. How fast is it moving? How fast is it being updated? Is any of the data that you've already collected being replaced constantly? Variety discusses the data that's collected in many different forms. Structured data, such as rows and columns, which you're most accustomed to in spreadsheets. Unstructured, such as text, email content, free-flowing questions and answers from surveys. Pictures, so multimedia. Voice is also data. I especially love the pixel one. If you look at pixels very closely in an image, there's XY coordinates within an image. That is data. That is how pictures are transmitted. It's all about the data. It's about the pixels. So we call that unstructured, and it's about the variety of data. A lot of companies these days don't just rely on columns and rows. They also look at the pictures that customers are uploading to a YouTube page or a Facebook account. Many times companies will run a contest such as upload your best photo of using our product or a fun way to use your product. And we will give you, a prize. So they're uploading data, they're uploading color, they're uploading imagery, etc. Veracity. Because we have so much data, it changes so often and it comes in a variety of formats, we need to respect the uncleanliness, the inconsistency, the missing values, the null values versus the zeros, all those errors in the data. We need to respect that and canvas the data and be aware of situations where we might not have all the data or a complete picture. So that's veracity. We often think of it as accuracy or precision, the quality of the data that we've collected. Okay? So those are the 4 V's. And what I would challenge you on is to think about those as you work through your assignments, as you read the material presented to you. Think about volume, think about velocity, think about variety, think about veracity. How does that play out when you do your assignments? How does that play out if you were to use this data in a real-world situation? What are the things you need to think about as you're working through the data?